So you can watch that on the computer?
Yep.
Yes.
Oh,
All right, one last.
how do you do that?
There's a link that, like he said, it's in the ad for the public meeting, there's a link.
Where do I get the link?
It's,
It's in the ad
it's in the ad,
or on the town council calendar.
calendar of events.
Okay.
They give you a URL that you can click on. Okay, it's a link that you click on using your computer. And it opens to this, what you see here when you click on it. And then you can speak into a microphone and
Oh, you can actually communicate with them?
if you have a microphone on
Really?
your computer.
Yep.
Oh. Oh, modern
Yeah.
technology.
That's how everybody did things during the pandemic.
Well, it's not like being there in person, though.
It's not.
No, it's,
It's,
I'm kind of like old school.
there you go.
me too.
Well, we like to see people attend, so. You're more than welcome. Waiting for Josh to come back. I don't know.
I'm just trying to find this link. Oh, here we go. First.
I'm not able to see him when he's not.
I do not see the link on here.
Oh, there's a delay.
I think there's a delay.
That's not being live right now.
No.
Everybody's moving over here. Everybody's moving on the
Am I
screen, but no one's
crazy?
moving.
This works.
Josh.
Okay.
Yeah,
It's gonna tell us.
Okay.
but Elsa wants to do
Yeah,
it.
just left.
Yes, I know, that's not here.
Minute.
No.
I see him, he's sitting right there.
You're right.
He's not there.
I think there's a delay.
Serious delay.
Serious delay.
Yeah. Everybody's moving on the.
It's this,
Okay.
there's that, and I apologize for the late delay. It's been quite a day.
I'm sure.
But, all right,
So there is a delay on the.
yeah,
Okay.
okay.
I'm definitely exiting out of this because it's like 2 minutes.
Oh, now we're live.
Oh, oh, okay.
All right.
I'm on it now. This is what viewers are experiencing.
Yeah, and I apologize for the late delay. It's been quite a day. So,
Okay.
Okay.
Alrighty then.
Hey, this is the Town of Coventry Land Trust meeting called to order on Tuesday, August 19th at 6:35 PM. We have a quorum. I'll go around the room to take attendance. Lynn Carlson, Vice Chair.
Justine Johnson.
Linda Brennan,
Rory Carmody?
Josh Chase, staff.
Is also supposed to weigh in if she's not physically here.
Yep.
So we do have a quorum. So we'll go ahead and proceed with the meeting. Josh, can you give us evacuation instructions?
Evacuation instructions are out that door to my right and out to the left outside.
Thank you. First item of business is to approve the minutes of Tuesday, July 15th, 2025. So I'll open that up. I guess, do I have a motion to approve the minutes and then we take comments?
I so move, Linda Brennan.
Linda moved,
A second.
Justine seconds, thank you. Is there any discussion about the minutes from the August 19th meeting?
July 15th.
Sorry, this July 15th meeting.
Nope.
Would you like a little bit more time or is everybody okay?
And I did through them.
Sorry, I'm just, did we just approve them or are we just talking?
Nope, we're just talking about them. If you have comments on the minutes for the 15th of July.
Maybe I'm just confusing myself. but I don't think I was there for when the new logo was decided on,
That was June.
Yeah.
but that's listed on July,
And she
as the July
specifically,
15th.
she's not present.
Yes, but you can't vote.
She can't, okay, good.
What, do you have the page in front of you?
Yes. Or, I'm looking at
It's,
it on my.
okay, so on the minutes of
And
July,
I'm also realizing, like, a lot of this stuff I don't remember, and maybe it's just because things are blending together a little, but I also don't think I'm mentioned at all, anywhere in this, like, it seems unlikely that I said nothing. So I don't know, maybe, I don't know if the date is confused, or if I'm just confused, it's listed as me being present, and I was present as far as I can remember for our last meeting, so.
I can go, back and check on that.
Also, I see you mentioned on page 2, Miss Block finished the Whipple property trifold folder.
Oh, yeah.
and then later on you have an advertisement for
An
new member ready.
advertisement for a new
Okay.
member.
Oh, yeah, because you
Right,
mainly participated during the,
Yeah,
that section, yeah.
yeah. So there were
Okay,
mentions
yeah,
of
I guess
that.
then just this logo redesign, because I think, yeah, I wasn't there when the logo was decided on, if I'm not.
That's
Well,
correct. That
and-
was the previous meeting.
Yep.
You,
On page 4, it says that logo redesign was removed from the agenda.
Okay.
because it had been decided upon.
Yeah,
So then for July
Right.
15th, we need to add also to the members present.
For July 15th,
She
It
is.
is listed on.
She is
members
listed.
present.
Yeah.
For July 15th.
members
Do I
present
have?
right here.
July 15th.
Yeah,
you
sorry,
have
the
I
page
could
number,
send
just
you
have
an
like the
email that
hours
says she
and
wasn't
different
present.
pages.
That
No,
might
I
be
think it's
the,
all set else.
You have a different.
yeah, you have the April 29th.
Nope,
meeting?
this is
No,
July.
no, I
This is
think-
what came out in email.
Okay.
Sometimes I've found that the email versions don't have page numbers on them yet.
No, but this
This
is,
titled
yeah,
Town of Coventry Land. Trust
yeah,
Meeting
this
Wednesday,
is,
July 15th.
so it is possible that I sent out the incorrect version.
Okay,
Okay. Then don't say anything I said.
Okay.
Correct.
Okay, so I think we need to take
Oh,
note
wait,
of the
sorry.
date of the minutes that are being passed
Right.
out right now. So
Yeah.
it's a Tuesday, July 15th is the
Okay.
correct date for the
Yeah.
last
Yep.
meeting. Okay.
And
Yes, Linda.
should,
Yeah,
so
and
should we?
the one that I have
accept them?
said Wednesday, July 15th.
Okay, I make a motion that we accept the meet and the minutes as they stand.
That's in the written
I-
minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you
written-
have a copy of, else I think the emailed copy was not quite
correct.
correct.
It says
Okay, so
Wednesday.
Yeah,
there's a spelling error.
It's-
also, though.
It's also perfectly reasonable for us to table the July 15 minutes. And then I'll correct any mistakes that I made in
I mean,
the
I'm fine,
distribution.
people that voted on them, I just have, the only other thing is a spelling error in 4.6. If it's in your version, other than that, like, I'm okay.
I don't
How do
see a
people
spelling.
vote?
Yeah,
No,
There
there
isn't
isn't.
one.
Yeah,
yeah, so I think what happened is I emailed the wrong version out. And so that's my bad.
but I think, I mean, we're voting on these written
Yeah,
minutes, which if they're fine.
Those
it'd be
are
good.
fine,
Yeah,
yeah.
they're
And
fine.
Elsa can't vote anyway, so she doesn't have to see the
Right,
correct
okay.
version.
The spelling error was correct.
It was correct, I think
Okay.
everything was corrected on this
Okay.
version.
So I make a motion to vote on, to approve these minutes. In
Yep,
the
The
print
written
one.
minutes,
Yeah.
Written
as we have them
I
as,
second.
Okay.
that, Justine.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Passed.
Okay.
Yeah, also looking at the other documents that were sent in the email, I think they all might. They all say April, I mean, they all say Wednesday, and two of them say Wednesday, July 15th. So I think I'm gonna just abstain from minute commentary, because I don't think any of mine are accurate, so you guys can just, please.
Okay.
Next on the agenda is to approve the minutes from the April 29th, 2025 meeting. That was held as a special session to go over the strategic plan. I am not able to vote on this because I was not in attendance at that meeting. So I don't know if we have 3 voting members if we actually have a quorum.
Nope.
Nope.
So we will have to table the meeting minutes for the April 29th.
You can actually vote on them even if you weren't there,
Yeah.
if you think they are an accurate representation.
Okay,
Well, the people who were there can vote on it and say it's an accurate representation, then you verify our vote.
okay.
So I would move to approve the minutes of, April 29th.
You have a second?
I second it. Linda Brennan.
Okay. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed?
Motion carries.
Okay. Now we have meeting minutes from the December 3rd, 2024 meeting. We're going back quite a ways.
Yeah.
During the time when we did not have someone who was able to type up our minutes. So I actually have several comments on these. May I have a motion to approve the minutes from December 3rd, 2024?
Motion to approve with your corrections.
Second?
Okay.
Linda Brent, seconds. Okay, so open for discussion. I have comments on these minutes. Item 5.1. On what am I looking at? 5.1.
This is signage for, from one.
Tons of fine.
I'm looking at the wrong copy. Got it?
Yeah.
What am I looking at? Send us that. That's from. Okay. I apologize, that is not correct I have no comments on these
Okay.
minutes.
Then I would make a motion again to approve minutes from December 3rd, 2024.
The
I
second, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Thank you. Trying. Better. All right, so new business. We have to go over item 4.1, which is considering the purchase of development rights of the Pettigrew property. So this is a public hearing. I do not see anybody on Zoom.
Well, there's 2 people on Zoom.
Oh,
There's
3
3.
participants.
Are
Okay.
we considered one?
I don't know if we are or not.
Well, then there's,
Who are the participants?
But they are participant. I'm not sure.
If you click on the up arrow
Okay.
next to the participants, you can see who they are.
No,
That's
it
weird.
just
Yeah.
skipped that. But
How about if you click on the participants icon itself?
Yeah, maybe. Oh, there you go, beautiful.
and click on attendees. There you go.
Okay, so
Yeah.
welcome Mr. David DeTusa and Mr. Pettigrew. So we are again here to discuss
Can you go
the
back because you have to allow them to talk at some point.
purchase of development, right?
yeah, and if they
choose to, okay.
raise their hand,
Okay.
I will be happy to.
Okay.
Right,
Yeah, there you go. And he has. Although, we have not, actually
open anything for
opened
discussion.
the hearing yet.
Okay,
So as soon as we, do that.
Okay, so the Coventry Land Trust will conduct a public hearing and hold a vote on a purchase of development rights of the Pettigrew properties. Owner James Dana Pettigrew, located at 798 Nicholas Road in Coventry. Assessor's Plat 307, Lot 3, and a portion of Assessor's Plot 307, Lot 4. This public hearing will consider two actions. The first is a land trust vote on the purchase of development rights under its authority, and then a land trust recommendation to the town council for their consideration of the same under their separate authority. So may I have a motion from the land trust for us to consider the purchase of development rights for the properties known as the Pettigrew properties located at 798 Nicholas Road for $655,000 for the appraisal cost of $3,750 and other related costs.
I make a motion.
Thank you, Rory.
Yep.
I
Second,
second it.
second. Thank you, Linda. So the motion is now open for discussion. Does anybody have any discussion? No raised hands?
Well, I would, there may be a delay too, so that's
Yeah,
another issue.
Mr. D'Souza? Excuse me.
He's on mute, so.
He,
I would maybe suggest, if possible, typing in the chat, just because I assume chat won't have a delay.
Is he muted or is that just,
he
I don't
is
He's
not, he is not,
okay.
So he's allowed to talk.
yeah.
If you click on more, is there a chat option? Like, is anybody trying to say anything on chat? No? Doesn't see a chat option.
I think it might be below the bar
Oh,
bottom.
It should be along here,
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
If you minimize the
Unless-
participants and see, is it under there?
yeah,
No?
more, no,
No chat.
Okay.
we should have a chat.
Were we going to say up the purchase price up to, or are we just like landing straight on the purchase price?
We are landing straight on the
On
purchase
purchase price.
price.
Yeah,
Yes,
there was some discussion.
Mhm.
yes, we have to recommend to the town council a particular and exact action.
Okay.
So I think the gentleman here,
Yes, I was hoping that maybe Mr. D'Souza would raise his hand if he,
It's on mute too. Does that make any difference?
Oh, if you might, yeah, if you need something. Anything in chat. No,
Oh, David, can you hear us?
see a chat option.
I think it might be below the bar bottom.
oh, he raised his hand. You
Yep,
see your hand raised?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
If you minimize the
Unless-
participant,
David, can you hear us?
yeah,
no,
more,
you're not gonna hear a response.
yeah, yeah.
We should have a chat.
Were we going to say up the purchase price up to, or are we just like landing straight?
That's us.
Yeah,
We are landing straight on the purchase price.
Yeah,
yes,
there was some discussion.
yes, we have to recommend to the town council a particular and exact action.
Okay.
so I think the gentleman here,
Yes, I was hoping that maybe Mr. D'Souza would raise his hand if he. It's on mute too. Does that make any difference?
Oh, if you might, yeah, if you need something.
Oh, David, can you hear us? It might be below the bar bottom.
Oh, he raised his hand.
Yep,
Josh,
See your hand
Moore,
raised? Yeah, that's what I
click the
was thinking.
participants again and
David, can you hear us?
yeah,
No, I'm not gonna hear a response.
yeah, yeah.
Can you? Oh, we can't have a chat box, okay.
Yeah, it was,
Can you minimize the Zoom? Maybe that'll open the chat box a little bit.
yeah.
Up to, go up a little bit, right here, yeah, can you minimize that, does that give us a check and lift that up?
Yeah,
No, there is no
we do recommend to the council a particular and exact action.
Okay. So I think the gentleman here, yes, I was hoping that Mr. Latusa would
Can he call
raise his hand if he. Does that make any difference? Oh, he was, yeah, he was.
I can't give him a number. Anyway,
Yeah.
give him a number. Must be. About Ms. Cardone.
Yeah, I mean, I don't.
Tried messaging the chat.
There's no chat option.
There is no, yeah.
Can't have a chat box, okay.
There's literally like a 3-minute delay.
I know.
Yeah.
If there was some way to get them the information, I could.
Yeah.
If there's some way that they could provide email addresses, I could send out a Zoom link, but if it.
No, there is no chat.
Okay, I have a thought.
Yeah.
If I tell them my phone number, they can hear us because he's raised his hand. So I can give them my phone number and they can call in.
I might have, Dana's, because he's my plumber.
I don't know how else to do this.
Yeah.
We need to get this done tonight.
I can't
Oh, here,
wait,
okay.
yeah.
Well, I have a Zoom open on my computer, is what I'm saying, is if there was a way I could get them the Zoom link, then they could all be on this one.
Yeah.
How, I don't know how we communicate that Zoom
Right.
link to them.
We don't have a number for Amy or for David.
I would need. We'd need to wait a couple minutes for them to respond, and we'd have to ask for their email addresses, and I will email them.
Yeah, that's taking,
If there was some way to get them.
let me just, okay. I'm going to give out my email, my phone number to everyone who's on Zoom. Okay, so that you can call me and we can get your comments.
Can you do more than one line?
I don't know how.
Yeah.
They could call in one at a time. If
Well,
it's
like,
busy.
like I said, I can do, I think I can do two.
I wonder if we should,
It's probably not
I
right
don't want to,
to publish your phone number in a public meeting.
I,
Okay, never mind. I don't know how we're gonna.
I
do
don't
this.
want, it would be unfortunate, but we would be within reason to continue the hearing until next month, and we have these things ironed out.
Let me just, okay.
I hate to bring that, Mr. Pettigrew, so
I'm
Yes.
going to give out my
Yes.
email, my phone number to everyone who's on Zoom. Okay, so they can call me and we can.
Here?
get
you
your
don't have a
online.
phone in here?
More than one line.
Okay.
Yes, sir. Okay, I'm going to take comments from.
All right.
Oh, really?
That's all right.
Talk to one.
I can
Oh,
get
then you
Dana.
can get
Okay.
Dana, so it'd just be Amy Cardone.
Thank you.
Yeah, which-
Meeting. Okay, never mind. I don't know how we're
I
gonna.
don't want
It's gonna be.
It would be unfortunate, but we would be within
Yep.
reason
Try calling him?
to continue the
Oh.
hearing until.
Yeah, I know, they
we
have a
have
technical
these
difficulty.
things
I think we,
ironed out.
No, I'm gonna give you the gentleman. He's gonna explain something.
Lynn,
My name is Lynn Carlson.
This, because I.
Yeah, we'll all have
I'm
to.
really distracted, yeah.
hi, Mr. D'Atusa. This is Lynn Carlson on the Land Trust. Good, how are you? I've. Okay, yeah.
yeah, he has to be on speaker, yeah.
You want it on speaker?
Yeah.
I think I just put it on speaker. Can you say something, Mr. D'Atusa? Is that as loud as it goes?
Yes.
Yes, sir, you're on speaker in front of the Coventry Land Trust.
Oh, hey, Dan, it's Rory. We're having technical stuff.
I'm not sure if I'm
Trust for-
going to be continuing this discussion until next month in order, because we can't solve our technical difficulties. I'm sort of waiting for an opinion on that.
That makes sense.
Josh, what do you think? You think we need to
Who are the
continue?
people that were, hang on, I'm chatting with.
Okay,
I think it is the safer thing to do.
Okay,
Why don't we listen to what people who are already here have to say and then table it for the rest of the discussion? Because people have already come out.
wait, sorry, is there anybody that was trying to join that?
Yes,
We
Yeah.
can't, no, that we can't get in contact with right now?
Yes,
there's one person who we have no idea.
she's
how-
dropped off.
Oh,
too.
well, she's with Mr. D'Souza on the
she
phone
is?
here. is that what we're
Yeah,
saying?
okay.
Oh, so everyone's here.
Table it.
Oh,
He's
okay.
right there with him.
Perfect.
Okay.
Yeah, she's, yes.
Okay, so we're very sorry for the technical difficulties.
Oh, that's okay, I'm used to that.
Okay, we have before us a motion for the Coventry Land Trust to consider the purchase of development rights for the properties known as the Pettigrew properties located at 798 Nicholas Road for $655,000, the appraisal cost of $3,750 and other related costs. We already have a motion and it's been seconded, so the motion is open
Dan,
for
it's Rory.
discussion.
Can I put you on speaker at the meeting?
So would you like to have any
Oh, all right.
words to say?
Did you want to listen anyway?
Well, I'm
You
trying
do.
to understand exactly what's going on with that, and what all that means.
Okay,
I just found out about
but
this.
you're not gonna hear him
store.
because he's
Curious.
on the phone, he's not on the thing, so let me
Okay.
put you on speaker, okay?
So
Dana is on.
Mr. Pettigrew has kindly offered portions of his property to the town under what's known as development rights. This will mean that the town will have ownership of those development rights so that no other entity can come in and develop those portions of the property. So the property won't be owned by the town, but the development rights will be.
That means that the town, that means that the property will be protected from development.
That's correct.
It will not be developed beyond, certain limits, so that it will be kept pristine and not developed, is basically what
It's
this is about.
yeah, it's a protection mechanism.
So the town's not gonna develop it.
No,
No.
absolutely not.
They will not.
Okay, so it'll stay the way it is.
Yeah, it'll stay the way it is.
Develop.
It is.
Okay.
It is.
stay
It will
as is, yeah.
stay as
Mr.
is.
Pettigrew will still own the property.
Yes, that is the case.
It's a good-
But he and his descendants could not develop it
Ever.
because the development rights would belong to the town.
And that's
Right.
what he wants to do.
In perpetuity, yep.
It's a,
That's
Keep it protected,
Why is he just doing a portion of it?
very much on.
because he's keeping aside
Yeah.
his
Oh.
house
Yeah,
and,
in surrounding,
that in surrounding
Yeah.
property.
yeah.
okay.
Now, what would the town be allowed to develop on a small scale, let's say, just out of curiosity, or what does that?
Nothing.
what can
Nothing.
the town do?
The town cannot do anything with it. It has to remain in perpetuity as a pristine, untouched
that's
piece
good. I
of
like
land.
that.
And even the land
That's what I
trust
kind of figured, but this. is
cannot
an
put
interpretation.
trails or any other public access on it.
Like, they could.
So,
do something.
I
don't know if they will.
Access with trails,
I'm really sure.
a small parking area or
No.
something like that.
no, no, we won't be able to do anything with it.
Okay.
It will remain in pristine condition. That's the whole, so development right is that exact thing, to protect it in perpetuity from being developed. Mr. Pettigrew will still own the property and he'll still own the portion of the property that his house is on. That's the portion that's not being considered for development rights. So
Right.
there's a portion that he will still have with his house and his farm and his barn and everything on it.
Then he'll be able to do as he pleases with,
He will be
obviously,
able
yeah.
to do as he
yeah.
pleases, yes.
Yep, that's correct, yeah. So, what is the benefits, this is the first time actually hearing of this whole situation. What are the benefits of breaking off pieces of land like that and doing that, or downsides to any of that?
So I think basically it's because Mr. Pettigrew doesn't want to see his property developed. He wants to protect it. And this is a vehicle for him to enable him to do that.
Okay.
So that's the big benefit for the town and for the surrounding areas. His property abuts a lot of other protected land.
Right.
And so this will give an even bigger swath
Yeah.
of land that's available for wildlife and that kind of thing. That's what we're doing here. We're trying to protect the land.
Yeah.
And
Right.
Yeah, even
And-
his future generations can't do anything with the land. His children's children, if they want to sell, they cannot. It's protected.
Well, they can sell their
It's
house.
their house, right? They can sell
Right.
that, so they can
Also
sell
the-
that.
Right, but they can't sell the actual,
Correct.
whatever the acreage amount number is or what have you.
Right, they
Okay.
can't touch any of that is in development rights with the town.
Yeah, yeah, because the town obviously owns that.
Yes,
No,
Yeah,
the town
okay.
doesn't really own it.
they
so
own the development
They
rights.
own the development right.
So,
Okay.
just to be clear, he could theoretically, sell the protected property. However, it would still be protected. So if he, sold the entire property to somebody else, the protections on that property still are held by the land trust.
Okay.
No matter
So in
who
other
owns
words, if Jack Smith said, Dana, I wanna buy all of your property, Dana sells it. They still cannot do anything with that land.
Correct.
Correct.
Okay, yeah, that's good. I think that's a good thing, yeah. There's enough building going on out in that area that, I'm not happy with, and I think that's great, myself, so,
Good,
Good, yeah.
yeah.
We're trying to do our mission.
we're trying to
Right.
protect as much as
The
possible.
least amount of building out in western Coventry, the better. That's not, the design plan, I should say, of that area, so
I'm with you.
that's perfect.
Yeah.
That answers my question. Thank you.
Okay,
Excellent.
Okay,
Thank you.
excellent. Thanks for coming.
we also have, I'm sorry, I didn't catch your name, Mr.
My name is Donald DeTusa.
Donald DeTusa. Thank you.
A relative.
That's my
No
son.
wonder you were able to get me on
okay,
the phone.
okay.
That's why I got the.
Okay. Mr. DeTusa, did you have any other things that you
No,
wanted to know?
that I got my questions answered.
Okay,
Excellent.
perfect.
Just fine, listen, I think.
Okay,
Good.
thank you.
Dana, do you have any questions?
Oh, no, thanks.
Okay,
All right. Okay,
That's
so,
Dana.
yeah,
Yes.
Dana, thank you for putting that in the trust.
Mhm.
Oh, thanks, buddy. I saw you on the camera. I was just trying to be silent.
that's okay. I just wanted you to be aware of the conversation, Dana.
Oh, thank you very much.
All right,
okay, so there's still a second motion that we have to make, but we have to vote on this first motion, which is the land trust recommendation, the land trust consideration. So we have that motion.
I make that
It's
motion.
been motion and seconded.
Yep,
Any further discussion?
no,
Hearing no further discussion. All in favor of the
Aye.
motion?
Hi.
Any opposed? Motion passes.
thank you.
Okay, now we have to consider the second motion regarding the Pettigrew property. The second motion is to consider a recommendation to the town council to purchase the development rights for the properties known as the Pettigrew properties located at 798 Nicholas Road for $655,000 and for the appraisal cost of $3,750 and other related costs. So this motion is that the land trust sends this recommendation to the town council that they purchase these development rights.
This is Rory. I would make that recommendation that we do that post haste.
So you want, the motion.
Support the
is
motion,
Support the
yeah.
motion. May I have a second?
I second.
Linda, second the
Brennan?
motion. Is there any discussion on this second motion?
No.
Yes, sir. Mr. D'Souza.
Since the town, if the town does have the rights, the development rights,
Yes.
right? Does the town also, have to maintain that property?
No.
No,
Who maintains it?
Whoever the owner
Right.
is.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
What I mean by like land management, stuff like that.
Right,
If
okay.
you need,
Clear
logging,
trees
stuff
or
like that,
whatever, yes.
I don't know if it's all open fields or not.
No, that still resides with the owner.
Mhm.
We just mowed them today, Dave.
okay,
We just mowed the fields today.
All right.
all right,
Any further discussion on the second motion? Hearing no discussion, all in favor?
I,
All opposed? Motion passes. Thank you.
thank you
That
everyone. for calling
closes
in.
the public hearing.
Yes.
May I have a motion to close the public hearing, please?
So move.
Justine seconds. All in favor of closing the public hearing?
Aye.
Any opposed? Thank you. Motion passes. The public
you.
hearing is now closed.
And then I will hang up with you.
Thank you very much for attending and helping.
Thank you, Anna.
Yeah.
All right, take care.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you.
To get two more squirrels, precious squirrels in there running this thing, yeah.
Oh, dear.
Yeah.
I'm just, wondering how to get back to.
Go back to panelist or no? Can you go up to where it says panelist? Will that bring us back? No,
Yeah, I think that.
that's what I thought too.
Oh, nope.
This is a bad system.
Yeah, this is, not our greatest hour,
Yep,
but we are still
Recording.
recording. I'm, positive of that, so.
can you go to view? That might give you something.
Oh, actually, yeah, that's
And go
Gallery?
gallery maybe?
No, that's
Nope.
just the people who are in attendance.
Wow.
Attendee
Speaker
view.
is.
Speaker is us, maybe down by, that's the attendee view, I don't know, that'll help. Wow, this is a bad system.
All right, as long as we're recording and
Yeah.
it meets
we
the,
are recording, yes.
All right, that's good.
Okay.
let's,
Okay.
Oh,
boy. Josh, I neglected when I opened the meeting to get Mr. D'Souza's information for attendance as a public participant. So if you
We can
would,
certainly,
you can add that in, please.
yeah,
Donald.
What is the issue with the light?
Mr. Donald, no, we just needed your name, Mr. Donald
Oh.
D'Souza.
Because you're here.
For our minutes, next time we
Oh.
want to include you as having attended.
I didn't know if you wanted any dates or nothing.
I don't think so. That. Okay, thank you.
Lynn is not our usual
I am not.
chair. Our chair is gone
Oh, really?
away, so.
All right, so next on our agenda item under new business is the kids booklet that we want to prepare. So let's
Okay.
open that for discussion. Linda, would you like to tell us about the kids booklet?
Okay, so I was modeling the booklet after a booklet about ticks. So we were talking about some of the things we wanted in the booklet. And I'm just the text person, I'm not the graphic person. So we decided we'd call it the Puddle Stuffington Coventry Land Trust Kids Patrol booklet. And it would start with a wise trekker checkoff list. And these are some of the things I thought we would include in that list. So clothes appropriate for weather, sturdy shoes, water, snacks, map, bug spray, sunscreen, and whistle. And so if anybody has anything they want to add or suggestions, just let me know. I can keep on reading and then you can come back in with discussions. Okay. So, and then the next page would be Puddled Stuffington says, good hikers, stay on trails, don't disturb wildlife, take time to listen, observe carefully, always clean up and carry out any trash or litter, check for ticks at the end of their hike. And the next page would be tick smart checklist, wear long sleeves, wear long pants and tuck cuffs into socks. Have an adult spray you with insect repellent. Stay on trails. After returning home, put your clothes in the dryer on high for 10 minutes. Take a bath or shower. Have an adult check you for ticks. Check your pets for ticks too. And then how to read trail signs, but this would be all visual. It wouldn't be any text. It would just be, make a turn, anyway, so that would be all visual, and that's got and track chart, so there would be visuals there of
I've
different.
got those.
Yeah, okay. And then Coventry critters word search.
Oh, nice.
Hunt for these critters that can be found on our Coventry Land Trust properties. Mallard duck, downy woodpeckers, beaver, raccoon, woodchuck, white-tailed deer, wood frog, and egret. So you can add or subtract any of those. Okay, and then scavenger hunts for each of the different refuges that are open to the public. And I probably need more critters,
Those are great.
more suggestions, but anyway, so far we Exo squares if you spot these at Whipple, the Patuxent River, Canada geese, dragonflies, groundhog, egret, sassafras, mallard duck, woodpeckers, frogs, wetlands, vernal pools. And then for Stella Hall, I've got the beaver dam, lichen, wood duck, white pine. I'm sure there's more I can add. And then Sullivan, Odin, it's sweet fern, highlighted woodpecker, violet creature, which is a creature that was put out by it's like an icon that they can find in the forest. And visit all these properties and bring your completed booklet to the town planner office to receive your blank to become a Puddle Stuffington Ranger. And we haven't decided what they're gonna receive,
I've
but
got a certificate, we're working on the patch, right? Getting a patch or something.
Yeah,
for them,
I
yeah.
have prices for the
Yeah.
patches. Okay,
all right.
great.
Great, we can, I'll go hiking in some of these places in the next couple of weeks and see if I can find any other things to add.
Okay,
Yeah.
great.
I had some thoughts, for the Wise Trekker checkoff list.
Mm-hmm.
And these are I'm just throwing these out there for your consideration. Gloves, an orange vest or hat,
Okay, yeah.
a trash bag, binoculars, and sunglasses.
Okay.
And maybe those aren't appropriate for kids, but I'm just thinking about what I take with me when I go
Okay.
out.
So
Are you
I
saying
got
gloves
gloves,
like full
orange
face?
vest or hat, trash bag,
Binoculars,
binoculars.
Gloves for warmth or gloves?
gloves for picking up trash.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Maybe we should specify that so people know.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. I'm thinking that I wouldn't want to encourage children to pick up
okay.
trash.
Hmm.
So I would cross off the gloves.
Okay, it's just because the only reason I thought about this was because it says good hikers always clean up and carry out any trash or litter.
But you're
Okay.
implying their
Of their own.
trash.
That's their own.
Okay,
Hmm.
gotcha.
Okay, so
Okay.
orange vest, binoculars they might not have, so,
Yeah,
Could there be like
if
an
you have 'em.
optional?
Yeah,
okay.
The option, and the
Maybe
orange
can.
vest, do we want to just specify during hunting season or?
I don't know. For kids, I
Well,
always like to have
If
my
they get
vest on
lost, it's easy to
regardless.
spot them, yeah.
Yeah,
We can change that to always clean up and carry out your trash or litter.
okay.
All right, and then
Because they're gonna put their patch on that orange vest.
under,
Also about the patch, just a thought,
if people wanted to like keep looking into prices for like custom ones, we could, but I also think at least as an initial phase, we could just like order already existing duck patches on Amazon or something.
I think we wanted the actual logo, right?
Yeah, it would be lovely if we could get the logo.
Look, Elsie, look at look.
You got a hat.
Whoa, that's such a good hat. Oh, that's an awesome hat. That's a good hat. Continue.
So like that.
Very, very much.
Okay. Well, I have the prices for the custom patches, so we'll be voting on those.
I'm not
Later,
expecting it's going to
discussing
be
them anyway.
100 kids coming in with these.
I don't think so either.
No, not
Yeah.
initially, yeah.
So under good hikers, again, if we're checking for ticks, should we also have them watch out for poison ivy and poison sumac on the trail? Some
Poison oak.
And
Poison oak.
poison oak, okay. And maybe we could give them a little
Right,
visual of what
Yeah,
those look
and
like.
that could be another page.
Yeah,
yeah,
don't touch these.
yeah. What does Jenna say? Don't be a dope, don't touch the rope if it's not.
Yeah,
Yeah,
right,
something like
that's a
that,
good-
'cause that's
yeah.
a poison ivy
Right,
going up the tree.
So it's
It's
poison
so
oak,
politically
poison
correct.
ivy, and
poison
poison
sumac.
sumac. And we need a page that shows what those are.
Should we have a suggestion on good times of day to see wildlife?
Wildlife are most active early and late, right?
Yeah,
So
but, okay. I'm just
If you,
thinking,
I'm just throwing these out for
Okay,
brainstorm.
yeah.
If you have reservations about them,
I'm just thinking children.
okay,
And so you don't want children necessarily being out, like before full daylight.
Hmm.
You know, or after, as the sun is setting. So I think the children's safety has to be,
okay,
foremost in our mind.
okay, forget that then. If you take your dog, you'll need their leash, water, and a poop bag. Because we talk about dogs on,
And your pets for
check
ticks,
your
yeah.
pets for ticks. So, I don't know, I thought about my dog and
Yep.
I
Yeah,
need water and a leash and a poop bag.
yeah, and Whipple is definitely a big dog walking area, so.
Scat bag.
For other wildlife, I have spider, spider web,
Okay, so,
and these
That
can
could
go
be
on
anywhere.
any place you want.
Yeah,
okay,
give the kids a break.
A mushroom,
Mushroom, yeah.
mushroom at Stella Hall.
mhm,
a log with woodpecker holes.
love that.
I'm just gonna, as the person that's gonna be probably doing the visuals for this, and I've started working on them a little bit, I just wanna make sure that we're thinking about, like, I just wanna make sure we're not overcrowding it, and I know it's good to have more stuff than too little, but if there's just one booklet for like all of the locations, I think, and we don't expect kids to be able to identify a highlighted woodpecker and the sweet fern, then we're gonna have to have photos of every single one of these things
Right,
in the booklet. And at some point, I think we do just need to realize that, like, I'm gonna have to pare it down in making the actual booklet itself, because unless we want it to be like a book,
Well,
right,
some things won't need a picture, like we won't need a picture of a spider or a spider web.
right,
Turtle, a frog.
Right,
yeah,
yeah, and the river.
yeah.
Well,
Yeah,
these
as far as,
are
like,
just,
for species that are like mallard or downy woodpecker or woodchuck or white-tailed, I mean, wood frog, egret, like these things are gonna require pictures. So
Right.
I just wanna be a little careful,
Okay.
just like keep adding stuff, at least for the first kind of draft of this. Slash if there's things that are already in the list that we have that like aren't necessarily as important, or that if we'd rather just do, if we'd rather do one big scavenger hunt. I like the idea of doing the scavenger hunt per location. But well, I do think a lot of these things obviously you can find at any place. I think it would be a better bet organizationally to pick specific locations to put each of these in. Just, yeah, because there's already gonna be a lot of locations, and having like a anywhere one, I think would maybe be a little trickier unless we want to have it, like, unless we want to do that in addition, like have a find these anywhere and then ones for each specific.
Well, you know what, as you talk, what occurs to me is maybe if we just have 6 per site. And that, you could do 6 visuals on a page. Sounds pretty easy. And we can, limit it to, just, something simple like woodpeckers rather than,
Highlighted.
pileated wood, yeah. So we can do, and we could just do ducks instead of mallard ducks and wood ducks, right?
Mhm.
So we can just try to do it more simply than that.
And you
We
can
could-
leave something open, and did you find anything special? kind of
Right,
thing?
I was
Yeah.
gonna say there could be a section for,
Yeah.
did you see something else
Yeah.
that wasn't listed here?
So if we did 5 per site and then a blank one,
Mhm.
that would be cool. So we could.
Linda, are you writing all these ideas down? Cause I'm not.
She is.
Linda, I am, yeah.
I'm making them, okay, awesome, thank you.
So I also had. If you need any more, you can do a squirrel, a chipmunk,
Oh,
and a
nice.
cedar swamp.
Mm.
So, yeah, I mean, these are just throwing out these ideas just so that you have enough to work with. It's not that they all have to be included.
Right.
And then the last thing I was wondering about is, if we're having them bring their completed booklet to receive their XXX and become a ranger, is it that they have to find all, like, mark the square for each thing? And I was worried that they would never see a wood duck, and I was worried that they would never see a pileated woodpecker. But if we're just gonna generalize them, then that concern is no longer.
Yep.
My thought is that you just have gone to each site, not that you've
Found
everything.
everything. Okay,
It's not like we can prove I
Okay.
did it.
well, yeah, that was the other thing that occurred to me.
Right.
Okay, that's all I had on that.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah, and I think as I do some more work on it and start to have a little bit of a better idea of what I think it's gonna like visually look like, then there's a pretty high odds that I like at a future meeting come back and have more edits I need to make to like content and decisions as far as what we want over other things. So just expect that like there's a chance that like we might have to have another conversation based on just like what I can actually fit.
Right.
But
Well-
this is good to work with for
Okay.
now. So, yeah.
Elsa, I gave my resignation to the land trust, so I am stepping back. So what I will probably do at this point is I will make the corrections that I've noted. I'll send it to Josh and he'll send it to you, and then you can run with it. How's that?
Okay.
Okay.
Well, okay. Yeah, then, okay.
Okay.
All right.
I didn't realize you had officially done that.
Well,
Yeah, me neither.
yeah, I officially did it.
Wait, so is this your last meeting or?
I may be coerced into coming to another one if there's not a quorum, but other than that, yes, this would be my last meeting. So, yeah.
What amazing cookies or something.
Well, here, come to one more meeting, bring food.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, thank you for your work on that, and
Yeah, great.
Elsa. Moving on to item 4.3, the ranger certificates.
working on those.
Okay,
They're gonna be similar to the ones we gave out at the,
great,
town meeting.
okay. Thank you. Item 4.4, the email list. I'm hoping that everybody got my email that has a link to the Google sheet that has as many emails as we know about right now, that, as I mentioned in my email to you guys, that most of them are from the fungal foray, with one addition, that's not from the fungal foray. So if you know of someone who you want to add to that email list, or you'd like to be included on our email list, we will use that document to keep track of people, to get information about what's going on with the land. Would you like
It
to?
would, I don't know
Sure.
if this will make sense or if I'll have to do this, but, would it be okay if I from the times to, in order to link the, interest sheet, like for email signups, the Google form that I made a while ago? You can link that to spreadsheet, so it collects information automatically when people fill it out. Would it be okay if I took all the information that's in the one you sent out and just added it into the link to the doc and then
Oh, sure.
sent that
That's
out?
fine with me.
I might be able to link the form to the existing spreadsheet, but is that okay if I then just like? send
Yeah.
it out to people?
No, absolutely. If you have a more efficient way of doing anything is always welcome. Thank you. That'll be great. Thank you.
Thank you
Okay. You go.
for letting me sit in.
Sure.
So if you don't mind, I'm gonna exit the.
Save yourself.
Thank you.
I'm
Thank you.
gonna try doing that Zoom,
There you
if, once you work the bugs out.
Yeah.
Yes.
Thanks for the vote of confidence.
Have a good day now.
Thank you.
All right, moving on to 5.1, the treasurer's report. It's really fancy now, because it has absolutely nothing on it. Except for blank items. Do we have a copy of it? Yeah.
Yes, yeah, you should have
Okay.
one
Okay.
in there. There is also the actual, the actual approved,
Mhm.
budget from the town, council.
Yes, thank you. So we have $5,000 this year, which is an increase. That's great. A little bit. And I've already deducted in anticipation the $1,077 for the secretary minutes and payroll taxes. So right now we have a anticipated balance of $3,923. I didn't say that correctly, $3,923 in our
That's not,
budget. And we have an additional $708.15 in our sign budget that we have to spend or lose by December of 2026. So we have some time to make decisions on it.
Can I ask a question about that? I plan to, I still haven't gotten out to Bowden because every time I had time, it was 95 degrees, but to like make the correction in the colors on the trees, but do we want to plan on doing something other than paint at Bowden?
I think we were going to continue with those diamond signs.
Okay,
So we have red, blue, yellow, orange, green, we have all sorts of colors.
oh, do you have all those now?
Yes,
So
we
I
do.
should
We have
take those
many of
and
them. Yes. I'm
rather
sure
than going
Josh
out with
would-
paint?
Josh would like to have them out of his office.
Yeah,
But they do, you have to do what we did at Whipple with the screws and everything.
it's screws, not nails.
I guess you can nail them in, but we had discussions before about.
Are
what's
they,
worse
like,
for the tree?
Flexible,
Yes, they're very flexible.
so a nail would probably be okay, right?
Yep, yep.
Okay.
So it's getting up high enough so that people can't rip them down.
Mhm.
So it's the ladder and the hammering or, using a
Drilling.
drill or
yeah.
having somebody back up to say, yeah, that's a good spot. Yeah, it's visible, whatever.
Oh, just a quick thing, before I forget. is there a, like, any storage place for land trust stuff, or is it just like a corner of Josh's office?
It's just a corner.
Okay, I just have like those neon signs that I made for, that just say like trail cleanup.
Mhm.
And I was wondering if there's a place that those can go for future use, but if not, that's okay.
We can keep them in our house until we're no longer on land trust and then send them.
Problem.
Okay. Well, we can talk about more about the signs and stuff when we get down to 7.1. But yeah, we have lots of signs. Okay, outreach and volunteer efforts. Item 5.2.
All right, that's usually my chunk here. Social media related, getting going a little bit with that. Hopefully people saw some of the stuff that's been posted. I had a reel that I put up and probably spent way too much time on, just with some footage of some critters at Whipple. And posted for the pollinator presentation, and then also yesterday, I believe, posted some old trail footage of a groundhog. So trying to be more consistent on there. Yeah, generally, thank you, Lynn, for providing more stuff in the drive folder. That's always helpful.
I like the snake. Got to put up the snake.
Yeah, I didn't post. That'll be next up. And in general, yeah, photos and videos. Videos are always helpful. Reels get a lot more. They're pushed a lot by Instagram, so videos are helpful too.
I didn't want to poke him to make him move. He was big.
Yeah. Yeah, thank you, Lynn, very much for that. As far as the idea to create a burner Facebook account so that we can just have a login, I tried twice, and both times with two different names and two different emails. Facebook banned it immediately. So I don't know how. I don't know. I like truly am perplexed by how their system works, but they could immediately figure out that it was not a real person. I use relatively normal names or very normal names. And yeah, it immediately flagged them and banned them. So that's just not going to work. The only way it would work is if somebody on the land trust, or like, I don't know, someone that somebody knows doesn't have a Facebook and has no desire of ever getting a Facebook and wants to set up an account using Coventry Land Trust Gmail. And they'd have to use their name. Facebook does a facial recognition. I think that might be what was getting me, is that maybe it, even though it says it doesn't save information, maybe it remembers my face and knows that that's an account already. I don't know, but just as I don't think without like getting somebody to make an account that doesn't have one already, it's gonna work to get a burner account. So
is the issue that we can use the Gmail account, but there needs to be an administrator name on the Facebook page?
well, it's not even just about the name, like that's not even the thing. I think Jenna just didn't want her personal account with links to it, but that's just the reality of a business or organization account on Facebook, is they have to be linked to a person. So they're linked to me now because I'm also an administrator. I did, Josh, this is really only relevant to you, but I did finally get the archive social thing figured out, so we're set for that. But it's just, yeah, I guess Jenna just didn't want it linked to her personal account, but unfortunately that's the reality of Facebook, is you can't have an account that isn't linked to personal accounts via an administrator function. So anybody that has a Facebook account that gets the password for the land trust account can become an administrator. And it, it'll be linked to your personal, not in a way that people can, I don't think people can like trace that. But that's just how it works. So I tried multiple times. I tried to like appeal the ban. But it's not gonna work. Facebook somehow can just figure it out. They can sense the bad vibes, I guess. I don't know. But
So AI
yeah,
bots.
so unfortunately that's not gonna work,
So
but
put
I
on
don't
stuff in here.
personally have a problem with it being linked to my account, because again, it's just as an administrator, and anybody that logs into the Link account will then have it linked to theirs. I did the archive social thing and it doesn't archive my personal stuff. It only allows you, it only allows you to select business pages that I manage, that you manage, so I'm confident there that that's not gonna be a problem. So that's it on that. Only other thing is, well, not only other thing, but as far as social media stuff, I'm just confirming for the Tree ID program, is that solely hosted through us and therefore I have to make a poster for it, or am I waiting for a poster that the library is gonna make? Same goes for like the Land Trust Days on the 4th, I'm just
I believe,
wanna know.
I believe the library is doing the tree ID poster.
Great,
So
okay,
similar
fantastic.
to what they did for the bees, there'll be a poster. I mean, we are gonna co-host it with them, but Jessica did all the graphics. So I assume she's doing that for the tree ID. one.
Okay, is there anybody, I guess I can email her, I think maybe I have her email somewhere, I don't remember.
I can email
I
her
can-
and ask her. And then
Just
I
because
can.
we weren't on the flyer for the pollinator presentation,
Yeah, I
and
know, that was
so I just wanna make sure that that isn't the case again
Yeah.
for the tree ID program, I don't know.
Yeah.
If, are you able to mention that to her?
Yes, I will write her an email and ask her, and I'll CC you and Jenna on it. So keep you in
Awesome,
the
and if
loop.
you wanna send her a transparent background PNG of our logo,
Logo,
that might be
yep,
helpful as
yep.
well, just so she can put that
Yep.
on there. Okay, so beyond media stuff, the social media stuff. Looked into the like printing for like trifolds, trail maps and the like flyers. As we expected, lower unit cost for greater volume, but I don't think we wanna do a very significant volume right off the bat. It's looking like around 30 copies, is it around $40? I think, I don't know, that's, my question is how many copies we'd want to start. I saw my mom sent a picture of what I assume Bob made.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah, it's great.
Which looks great. I assume that would be pretty rain proof. My only concern would be like the gaps between the cover and the sideboard. I just worry about rain getting in through there. But I mean, I don't know how, I can't quite tell just based on the photo how, like what those gaps are or what the likelihood that water will be.
Could maybe fashion some rubber
Little bit of skirt
insulation,
around the end, yeah.
around
Yeah.
them. But
Yeah,
it comes up.
that or, like, I know this is trickier now, if Linda, you're stepping back, but that or like a top that kind of comes, I don't know, it's so hard to describe these in words.
Overhangs more the sides.
Overhang.
Yeah, like overhang, not just overhang straight, but like actually goes perpendicular, so it's kind of like a lid that has like edges, if that makes sense. So that water like would have to go up, like would have to go down and back up.
Yeah, I
to
think
get
she's
in.
thinking about something that comes to the side,
yeah.
yes.
I still think anything that we make is
a little
gonna
hat.
do a little bit.
Yeah, and the other thing too is, I mean, it would have to be a pretty significant rain to get in there, I think, but if we're only filling a few at, small amounts at a time, just because there are certainly gonna be kids who just grab the whole handful and throw them on the ground. So, so we'll be replacing them probably fairly regularly, I would think, so,
Mhm.
even
I
if some
still-
get
I
left,
just wanna make sure that we're not losing some to
yeah.
rain if we're gonna be paying for them reprinted. But yeah, that's the first question is how many we would want. Second question, I was thinking we should do, I don't know, at some point, Mom, we had a laminator in the basement, but I was thinking that we should have at least one copy that's laminated, it's kind of like tied to the post in some way. That way, if it's ever empty, people can at least at the start of the trail see it, if that makes sense.
Well, I think
And
we usually have a map in the
In the
kiosk.
kiosk, yeah.
In the kiosk.
Right.
Yeah, it's laminated.
yeah, but I mean like the whole trifold back and front piece, cause it's not
Mm.
just the trail map, but it's like, I don't know if you remember, but it's like the describing like the
Yeah.
facts about Whipple, that has the QR codes for the,
But we
The
could put it in the
articles about Whipple.
kiosk next to them, like the other side
Yeah,
of
we
the
can have
kiosk, yeah.
two of them laminated, the
Yeah.
front, two of them laminated, one would show in the kiosk the front of it, and one would show the back of it, and they,
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
and then.
Do we have a QR code so they can download it on their phone?
I think she's
Yeah,
included that.
That's what I
yeah.
thought too, so.
Yeah.
that- that was
sorry,
the-
I did not hear that.
Do you have a QR
QR
code
code.
too that people can use it and pull it up on their phone?
What up on their phone?
The trifold.
The whole thing or just the trail map?
Just the trail map.
No, but that's my next week. I sent an email earlier today. I know it's
Yeah.
last minute.
Yeah, I need to get you that map.
Yeah,
I will do that.
There's actually a QR code on it, just like to the. Make sure I'm not lying to you before I say this. But I'm pretty sure I have a QR code on there that's to,
The land
just
trust
like on the
website.
page.
Yeah,
Oh,
on
okay.
the-
it goes to our
on the
website.
Site. And that way. People, like, it doesn't link directly to the same trail map, but it links to the page that has all the trail maps on it.
Mm-hmm.
So I can change that if you want it to be directly to the same trail map. What I emailed Lynn early about today, so if people are in the loop, is just the trail map format that's on the website, like the PDF. Doesn't really transition well to a like printed trail map format.
Yeah, the Whipple one is.
Just visually,
awful.
you like the satellite
Yeah,
image
okay.
can get a little bit muddy as opposed to just like a more all trail style trail map. So I'm gonna finish up that once I get a different map there, but so yeah, main question is, do we want a link that goes only to the trail map? But in that case, I'd have to figure out how to, I guess I could make it like a drive file and then link to the drive file so that it's the same one that's on the trail map, because the one that is on the website is gonna be a little bit different.
I
But
think,
right now, like I said, it just links to the website that has all the
Right.
trail maps on it. So if we're okay with that,
Right.
then I can leave it. If we want it to be,
I think for right now, we should just, I mean, that's my opinion is we should just leave the QR code that goes to the website and then.
okay,
Yeah, we'll have the paper copies of the map in the box. Cause I mean, eventually, and again, this is more long-term, but a QR code would hopefully go to. An online trail map. That they can follow with their phone, so, it shows them where they are on the trail, just like All Trails does. Only be customized to the land trust stuff, so. Right, so that's a long-term goal, so right now I think we just
Yeah.
leave the QR code to the, and they can always go to the. Website and download the PDF of the trail map if they really want to have a trail map, to take with them. I just am not sure how frequently people do that anymore, so.
okay. Yeah.
So, I mean,
so
mainly
yeah,
right,
that same question then, how many copies?
right,
do
so
we
how many
start
copies?
with? I think how many, like, would we want printed at first, and then how many would we actually put in the bin?
Okay,
Can we use our sign budget for this?
Yeah. No,
it's
No, it has to
very,
be for
has to be
trail signs.
trail signs specifically, okay, markers can't be.
can, the town does a lot of printing. Can the town print a trail map for us? Somehow,
A trail map, sure,
I
20
bet,
to
I
30.
mean, these things, these trifles.
I mean. I can certainly print a couple to, for, a trial or something like that. To print out 20 or 30 would start to get people asking questions.
Okay, here's another angle. I am sure that the town has to have printing done.
Mhm.
And they must have an account, and I suspect that they get a better rate than just some individual walking into a print shop. can we use the town's
Discount.
access to a printer to get the better.
And then just
deals?
have the land trust pay the bill.
Right,
That, I don't know. That's, something I can look into.
Like a Staples account or
Yeah.
something.
right.
Yeah,
We get the discount, that, you know.
It's a good idea, Linda.
seems like it should. We are the town.
Right, exactly.
Okay, so yeah, I can't look into that, but if Josh, if you look into that, would be good.
And,
Okay,
and can I leave
Okay.
this with you folks since I'm leaving?
Sure, yeah, I can,
And you can,
Yep.
and so in order to affix it to anything, just take this out.
Mhm.
And drill
Drill some holes in there.
some holes and here are the directions, making,
This seals it with like a waterproof or something.
You know what it's made of, Linda?
it's made out of cedar
Cedar?
and
Oh,
it's makes stainless steel. Fixing, so it shouldn't rust or anything else.
Got a nice burnish to
But
it.
I imagine if you just put rubberized something
Okay, water out.
on the
Yeah.
top.
Thank you. Thank
You're
you.
welcome. Okay, well, then.
Appreciate it.
okay, awesome. Otherwise for me, okay, yeah, so I guess we just wait to hear from Josh about that for next month, that's fine. For the flyers, which was the one that had the squirrel on it and the, you know, the donation information, et cetera. Still, I'm waiting on a Venmo code to put on there, but yeah, I assume we just want one of those for each of the places that we have a trail system. If we laminate them, then we can just put them on like a tree and there doesn't need to be a kiosk, but again, I guess we just wait until we hear from Josh on that, unless people think otherwise, I don't.
Nope, I think that's the right thing to do.
Yeah,
Okay,
All right.
well,
Thank you for all that.
that's okay, last week was just, Lynn and I met about, or is the website a separate thing?
That's a separate thing. Yep.
Okay, then I'm good for now.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Mhm.
Okay, moving on to item 5.3. Actually, this is the next thing about the website page with the content. And as Elsa mentioned, she and I met over Zoom for me to show her the existing website and talk about the content and whatnot. I haven't gotten back to doing anything on it, so I don't have any updates. I did look at it the other day. Elsa, did you get in there and mess around with it at all and do anything?
No, I haven't had a chance to do
Yeah,
that,
okay.
but I did wanna just bring it up just more for the fact that, just as I'm getting a bit more of a sense of my upcoming workload, I just am trying to be cautious of not taking on more than I can realistically do. So, yeah, when it comes to the website, I am more than happy to be in charge of, or, you know, put some work into the formatting, making it look nice, doing the phone formatting and making a gallery page, et cetera. But, there's just like kind of a few different pages that still need, like, that we talked about, that need a lot of actual content.
Yes.
And I'm hoping maybe that we can go over some of that and maybe some other people can, potentially volunteer to be in charge of getting that content so that I can then just be in charge of kind of putting everything together, like visually and physically. Primarily that's the history page, like I guess of Coventry and of the land trust, the document and the page about, how to donate, and how to sell land and development rights, which is also an important document that I was hoping to have for that flyer, to link to, but then also the page about research. I don't know anything about the research that's being done that isn't just the frog research that, I found through the Brown professors, so, yeah, I'm just, if people can sign on to do a little bit of the content stuff, it would be super helpful for me and make me
Well,
feel a little bit less.
I'm happy to take on the informational page on how to donate or sell or whatever your land.
Okay.
I was gonna do that anyway, so,
Yeah, no, that's
Um,
perfect, thank you.
and then, Linda, I think you should be like a contributing member at large.
Yeah.
If you have things you would like to, like history stuff, but,
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, I think researching history is something we should just be doing on an ongoing basis. We can just add, add stories or content or whatever. I'd love to do that if I ever have time, but.
I'm gonna have to rethink some of these pages, obviously, and, now with Linda going and, still missing another person, we don't have a full crew here. I think I'm gonna, suggest that we hold off on doing anything more with the content until we have some new members.
Do
And
we
if
have
Justine,
an
you
ad?
Can go ahead and work on the.
Yeah, is
that
there an
part.
ad out for trying to, anybody interested? in
I emailed Cody today.
Okay,
Actually, there should be an email, an ad in the next couple of days.
Yeah, and we have something on our Instagram that I can repost again. I am gonna reach out to Mattson, a teacher of mine from high school that lives in Coventry that I think would be a
Mhm.
good addition.
she's a biology teacher, so she.
That would be good, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, if anybody else knows of anybody or, talk it up,
Right.
Yeah.
send information to all your friends, Linda.
I know.
And,
Well,
see if they wanna-
unfortunately, I'm not like, anyway, I don't have a broad base here in town.
Mhm. Yeah, that's my issue too. So I just don't know a lot of people. Okay, well, even if we get the content for the development rights stuff going, Justin,
Yeah.
that's a page we can
Yeah.
at least try and get up. And I can always publish it without the history. The website can go live without any of those pages, so.
Or the page can even say, in
Building,
construction
in construction or
whatever.
something,
Yeah.
yeah, so.
Good.
I think what I'll do then is, I don't know, Justine, if you can sort of. Once you get some content, whether it's within the month or next month or whenever it is, I can. Put that content on that page and then we can look at it again at the next meeting and see how it looks and.
Yeah.
And yeah, so this is just one of those long-term things that's gonna take a while to get going.
And if I hear anything, I certainly send you stuff,
Thank you,
like if I
yeah.
find out anything about town history and stuff.
Yeah.
All this extra time, you could be doing some research.
Right.
3 hours
3 days.
one
every-
Tuesday a month, you should spend time researching the history of Coventry, because that's the time you're getting back.
3 days after I gave my resignation, I got asked to be on a different board.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Okay.
Could you send an email to the town clerk,
No, I did not.
if you could?
Okay,
Thank you.
okay.
All right, well, that's it about the website. Moving on to 5.4 important calendar dates, somewhere in here in my notes, I have a list of them. Okay. I'm just gonna rattle these off. September 18th is at the library, George Mattson, the man and his maps. 6 p.m. Coventry Town Council Chambers. I went to this at the Patuxent Historical Society a couple of years ago. It's an excellent talk. It's all about the history of Coventry and this guy who made these really cool maps.
Okay.
So if you haven't been.
Within the content page, yeah.
Yeah, well, and that's actually one of the squares on the existing history page is a portion of his map, one of his maps.
And what was the date?
That is September 18th. So it's coming up quick.
What time?
6 o'clock, town council. They talk about the fire that took place many years ago and destroyed the whole town and stuff about the history that you'd never know. Really cool. That is if it's a talk, I assume. Next date, September 27th. That's the tree ID walk. Town Council Chambers at 10 a.m. They're gonna do it in the chambers and then they'll go out back to ID trees in person, in tree, in something.
Along the bike trail.
Yeah, somewhere out back.
Well, the bike trail is right down the line.
Right,
Yeah.
I'm not sure where the gentleman is going to take people. He apparently had a leg injury, twisted his ankle or something, so it'll probably be a shorter walk than normal, and that's one of the reasons why he couldn't do an actual hike somewhere.
Hmm.
So he has an injury. October 4th is our Land Trust Day. We've already scheduled it for Stella Hall, 9 a.m. We're gonna need to do a lot of prep work for that. And I have the old cheat sheet that Dennis put together with all the things that we have to do to get it ready. And so I'm going to table that for now. I don't want to get into a long discussion about that now because it's already 8 o'clock. So next month, I expect we're going to have to start assigning tasks for what to do on Land
Let's
Trust.
try to have 2 more members by next. So we can divide these tasks up.
And lastly is just remember that the state Rhode Island Land Trust Council has Land Trust Day events throughout August and through October. So if you want to go on a nice hike somewhere you haven't been before, check out their website and the other events that they have going on there. Does anybody else have any other dates that we need to be aware of? Okay, dates that we need to be determining or that will be determined. We're gonna have Lock and Gano talk on Fisher cats. These are all to be determined dates. I'm just mentioning them so that they're in our heads. Help Parks and Rec with clearing a path to get the trash pile on Bowden and pull the trash out of there. We're gonna need a date to replace the broken signs at Bowden, which are in Josh's office that Larry made. Put up trail markers and boundary markers at Sullivan. And then there will be another talk by Mr. Alexander from Rhode Island Beekeeping. This time it will be focused on, is beekeeping for me? Again, that one's going to be in the winter when things are slower and when Calvin's not actually taking care of his own bees. Rhode Island Land Trust Land and Water Summit, March of 2026. No specific date yet. Any other dates? Okay, so potential properties of interest. Anybody seen any cool for sale signs that we need to consider around?
No, Josh, you didn't get that document sent out today, right?
I did not get it sent out. It is printed out.
Okay, so I don't have any for sale signs, but I did go through the GIS map and looked at, I had some questions, and I'm assuming many of you have the answers to this, and I just am new to, thinking about Coventry and land, but, the questions I had were, when I was looking at kind of the large undeveloped areas, a lot of them are owned by the Green Company.
Yep, that's Glen Underwood's family.
Okay, so do we know, like, what is do they have
They have a cranberry bog over there and lots of farm property.
yeah.
So I don't
But
think,
there's something on their website about conservation and sustainability, so I don't know like what their intentions are for the land, because it's certainly more than the cranberry bogs. I mean,
Oh, yeah,
there's
they've
land
got
like all
everywhere,
over the
yeah.
place.
Yep.
I don't know if there's if we should,
Well, Glenn Underwood
Yeah,
was chair
Of the
before
Clan Trust.
Jenna.
Yep.
Of the land use.
and he's what?
He's the owner of
he's
Okay.
the owner of
owner.
all that
of
property.
property, yeah.
Because he and his brother own that
Yep.
property. The whole.
But I think
So
he's relocating to Florida.
Yeah,
So
Mhm,
is
but
it
it's
worth
brothers.
anybody who knows him, just like saying, like, what is the long-term plan for the properties in that held by the Green Company? Because if there's opportunities, because quite a few of them abut other preserved
Mhm.
land, so, I mean, I'm sure he knows that he could potentially sell development rights or whatever, but it'd just be nice for us
I
to
think it's
know.
held in a family trust.
Yeah, but if like they're thinking, yeah,
Right.
at some point we want to do that, some of those properties may be valuable enough that we might want to set aside part of the monies that we know we have with that intention, so it would be
And
kind
you
of
wonder
nice
if
to know.
generationally, people do want, if they're gonna work the land in the same way the
Right.
previous generation did or does,
Yeah, it'd just be nice to like kind of have their,
Okay.
what they're thinking. State of Rhode Island also owns large chunks of land, and I don't know if that is all utility easement stuff or.
DEM owns some at Rhode Island. I
DEM.
was just gonna say, and National Grid has some.
So DEM, if they own it, what does that mean for the land?
It usually is protected. It's usually not gonna do anything that's gonna be developed. Sometimes it's wetlands.
It's usually a conservation
Yeah,
easement.
yeah,
or-
something
And
like
then
that.
Kent County Water owns the whole Mishnock Swamp area, I noticed, and then Town of Coventry, just, I feel stupid, but the land off of 117 that abuts the Audubon. It's like a skinny Audubon thing, and
Yep.
there's land next, do we own that? Is that Coventry Land Trust land?
I thought that
Good.
belongs to the people that,
It
It
says
depends.
72 acres belongs to the town of Coventry.
so that's the one behind the school. We didn't purchase that yet. We were looking at that.
No, it's right off of 117.
Oh, the sand pit? The gravel company? No.
No, you're thinking Colvin Road, right? I'm thinking.
The sand pit comes out onto 117 too.
That's it.
There's a piece of it that it does.
Do you have the plat and lot here?
I didn't write that one down because it
Okay.
was already on.
But I think it, look for
Okay.
1940 Flat River Road, because I think that's the one that abuts Audubon. That's my best guess. I drive by it enough, I think of something would stick.
Well, that's not supposed to happen.
Flatbed truck.
Flatbed truck.
Oh, that's kind of nice.
Let's see.
You said, what number?
1940, I'm gonna guess.
We don't have a 1940 Flat River.
All right, do 1864.
So small, I can't read it from here.
It's
There
not
it is.
coming up with any 18.
Yeah, it's down there, yep. All right. Now,
So it's on the
it's on the other side,
And there's this.
go to the left. And there's the historical cemetery that's part of that house, and then that coming in over here is Audubon.
It's, no, it's this skinny thing over
Right.
to the left, no, with that long skinny
Yeah.
piece?
So
So that, what's that piece right there, RR2?
Oh, this one.
this
Yeah.
RR2,
What's that? Does that say? No,
No,
that's the Audubon.
That's Audubon, and the next one is right over here. Remember, we looked at this, oh, maybe over it, but there's a house on this in the cemetery.
Town
We
of
looked at-
Coventry
yep,
owns that.
Yep.
yes.
And that goes back up Reed Schoolhouse Road. This is a private home down here that has the cemetery on it.
Yeah.
Yep.
But that's not land trust then, so,
No, the town has that.
so what does that mean? What land does the town own?
That may actually be one of the properties.
That- it was
is
behind this-
Going to be
Yeah.
land trust property, but they didn't put our name on it.
Yep.
Because we weren't official,
at the
Oh,
time.
okay.
Yep. It goes behind the school,
and I'm only saying that because I.
and it's pretty much
recognize-
landlocked.
Yeah. Okay, so we don't have to worry about that, that
Nope.
should be good.
Think so.
So I wrote down on this document that I sent out, bundles of property, groups of properties and, sorry, else I can email it to you so you can see it, but, it's groups of properties that are owned but undeveloped. Some of them have a house on one little edge, but you know, look similar to Pettigrew potentially. There might be opportunity there. Some are more appealing than others, but I guess the idea was if we could send them out that letter, just that informational letter, just to put it on people's radar if they're interested in
Yeah.
at least learning about it. some of them were, I mean, pretty significant, so, there was, let me just pull it up myself here. So there's, in Western Coventry, if, I don't know if we want to consider like diversifying a bit, but in Western Coventry, there's the area around Arnold Pond where there's some that's owned by Audubon, there's a bunch that's owned by the Green Company, there's some that's owned by the Nature Conservancy, but then there's these two parcels, one is 79 acres and one is 59 acres that abut these protected areas. So if by adding to that, I do parcel IDs on these if that's helpful.
Yeah,
So, and I don't know how much we want to talk about these tonight, and what's late already, and I don't know
Yeah.
how much you want to get to it.
No, this is great. Thank you. We can,
So 0302 -011 dot 011.
011.
Yeah. So yeah, so that property is owned by an estate. But the property like across the road there is all Nature Conservancy or Audubon or Green Company. Like the Green Company owns, I think, north of that. But so
Yeah, that's Audubon.
that's Audubon, that's Audubon. Below is something else, to the right. To the right there, that is Nature Conservancy. So it's like all of that is protected, except there's this property, and then there's the other property is next to it. It's owned by another estate.
Oh, this little slice of heaven.
Yeah. I don't remember which one it is. Maybe the one next to the pond. What's that one? Yeah, what's that one? Yeah, that's the other one. So those two, because they back up to the water there, it just seems like that would round out that
and it's
whole.
owned by a trust.
Mhm.
Mhm.
So, one of them, like I said, is 79 acres, the other one is 58 acres, so it's not insignificant amount of land. So those two I thought were worthy of reaching out to. There's a couple of properties that abut Foster and the Moosuc Valley area up north. Donald Lawrenson, does that sound? That name sounds really familiar to me.
Are they a well driller in Foster?
Oh, maybe?
Yeah.
I'm not sure it's Donald, but Lawrenson, I think you're right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can give you another parcel ID.
I don't think we want to go over each one of these.
No, I don't either.
tonight.
Yeah, let's not do that. But then there's
A really long.
there's a
time.
property that's there's like a house on some property at the edge of Whipple, and then there's another parcel that's 11 acres that goes along the river. So that's another one that we might want to look into. And then at the Reed Schoolhouse Road piece, there's two different trusts and then a Capuano Realty, but they abut the Coventry town property and the Audubon property, such that if we got any of them, all of them, it would be over 250 acres. Which just seems like if we can like glom on to existing conserved
Right.
land and try to make larger parcels, then
Well, it's part of our strategic plan mission kind of thing, what we always focus on. Our scoring sheet has that in it
Yeah.
as an item. right?
Yeah.
So this is a great start.
I
and-
want to say when Capuano, whoever did the development up on Reed Schoolhouse Road, halfway up is that development on the left-hand side where you're going up from 117. They had to put a parcel of land aside in order to do the development of those properties, and they put that land aside for the town. It was supposed to be the land trust as well, but we weren't incorporated with the town, so it was set aside, and it has public access there. You go down to the back of that cul-de-sac area there, and there's parking, and there's like a walking trail. No one really ever sees it or uses it because it's really kind of buried in the cul-de-sac. But that was part of the agreement when they bought the land to develop it for those houses.
Is that Walker Farm? Is that?
No, that's
okay.
different. This is on Reed Schoolhouse, when you go up Reed
Okay.
Schoolhouse Road
Similar
from
kind
one
of thing.
seventeen.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Oh,
can't
set
remember the name
aside.
of it, yeah.
Yeah, they set aside land.
Yeah,
Because there's
it's
another
separate
one
from
that's,
that,
Walker Farm has.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's supposed
Yeah.
to, that's closer to here, this is,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, but they have a bunch of protected
Yep,
land behind
yeah.
them, but it abuts another huge piece of property that is fairly landlocked and, again, would make that whole section.
Yes, I
a lot
believe the
more-
town had developers donate sections of land in order to get the rights to
Yeah.
build those properties
Yeah.
and keep those properties open to the public.
Yeah.
So,
So anyway, if you want to just look at this list, like I said, I can tweak the letter that we were gonna send out, and I think Josh, you were gonna send the letters out. From the town, right, or from the land trust.
Do we have the letter yet? Or is that still in production?
Well, we looked at it last time, and I think we made a couple of edits. I need to get a final version
Okay.
circulated.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, it just seems
Yeah,
that,
no, this is a great start. I mean, thank you for taking the time to do that. These can be our first targets to send a letter to, definitely.
yeah, you never know.
Yeah.
Okay,
Okay, so that's the potential properties of interest. Does anybody have any knowledge of any current applicable grant opportunities coming up? Okay. Moving on to 5.7, research updates. Our Jenna researcher is not attending, but so I assume that the Fisher people have their cameras up at, they were gonna put them up at Stella Hall,
yeah.
so I don't think Jenna's heard anything about what success they had, but that's all I have for research. Does anybody else have anything for research?
oh no, Foray was fun.
Oh, yeah.
I did really well, yeah.
How many people were there?
I think 7,
Wow.
yeah,
Did
and
they-
us.
Yeah, did they find a lot?
We found, some tree, I don't remember the names of them, but they were very excited when they found them, so that's what I knew. It was a good find. I want to say they left with maybe
I think you're
6 or 8
musical.
samples,
Okay.
so they were good.
Sorry, honey.
Nice.
Rory was just saying 7 people showed up to the fungal foray and they found a lot of good stuff.
Okay, 5.8 fundraising and membership opportunities. Anything on here that we need to discuss?
Do we have any update on our?
The Venmo account?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I sent an email out. I did not hear back. I will send another one.
Is that, and that's through the town, right?
Yes.
That they. We hopefully can have that up and running by land trust days, because people are, they come.
Yeah.
That'd be a good way to start using it and getting money to come in.
Especially when they see our cool hats,
That's right.
you know, your,
They have to want to join.
yeah.
Onboarding materials. Again, this is one of these long-term things. Does anybody have any discussions about onboarding materials?
I guess I'm a little confused because I feel like Jenna shows up with that gigantic binder, which I assume has some of the things that we would need for onboarding.
Well-
Is she planning on going through all of that and trying to pull out what's
I don't
relevant?
know. I think we probably are gonna have to, at some point, I think we're probably gonna have to have a special session, like we did
Yeah.
with the strategic plan, where we sit down and we say, okay, what do people coming in who are new need?
Mhm.
And so it would be the scoring sheet, it would be the strategic plan, it would be the bylaws, it would be our the thing that just made us.
Yeah,
real. I
the
don't know what it's called.
ordinance.
Ordinance and all those things. So I think Jenna will want to be in on that discussion, obviously, so I don't want to set a date now to have a special session on that, but I think that's probably what we would.
And I don't know if there's anything in that binder, because I didn't get anything. you know, there's no building materials.
Yeah, no, I think that's.
Are there any like
standard
old
collection.
files, historical stuff in your office? Like where did everything go?
So,
The land trust's been around that long.
yeah, we have,
99.
found that things have gotten scattered around a bit. I have a lot of old meeting materials, going back quite a few years. And I have a lot of random computer files. I know, I think I sent out a copy of the bylaws. I may have just sent it to Jenna. But I can certainly, do that. I mean, the strategic plan is, basically done, right?
Oh, it's finalized,
Yeah.
yeah.
So it looks like the bylaws are kind of the only thing that's,
Mhm.
still to be updated, and it needs some work.
Yeah, okay.
So,
But I guess in answer to your question, there really isn't any collection
Right.
that's for the, that the land trust has kept track
yeah,
of.
there's no like
I think-
How-to
box
manual.
that.
I think bylaws, strategic plan, ordinance, the budget, maybe a description of what the, where the finances come from and what the money, how much money there is typically and what we can use it for. And then information on each of the properties would be nice to have.
Mhm.
I know when we started, I was just like, we was talking about all these properties and they were all very new to us. We didn't know
Yeah.
anything about them, so, that would be good.
We don't know, well, I guess we kind of know where they all are thanks to
Yeah.
Josh's list, but so at least list them out, yeah.
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 And one of the other topics we had wanted to put on the, agenda. We talked about doing it for maybe the next meeting is records. Where are we
Record
keeping records?
Yeah, okay.
Record keeping, because there doesn't seem to be any.
Like all the minutes and things like
Well,
that.
even just, when we're discussing something and we want to find out some information, there doesn't seem to be any place that the
We could go
record,
back to
that
look.
we can go back and look. Like, and maybe there is, but we don't know about it.
Hmm.
So the records, where and how are we keeping record and who's in charge of keeping records? And, because I know for me personally, as I've been on this land trust for about 5 years now, it's been, my binder would be like this if I periodically
everything, yeah.
weed through all the stuff I have and get rid of it, but
Mhm.
I don't keep things because I'm not chair, right? So, but somebody somewhere has to have those records.
Okay. So. We would need space.
Although they can be digital.
Yes, they
And
can
they
be
probably
digital.
should be
Should be.
digital, honestly.
Mm.
Like all of the minutes ought to be compiled into folders like by year kind
Yep,
of thing.
yep.
And
Yeah,
you're probably doing, and,
Yeah.
if we can dig up old paper records and scan them and put them in appropriate folders by year, like anything that shows up, if they can all be on, my computer and then thumb drives, if they need to be passed on to another chair or whatever, that's easy.
I mean, I've been, keeping pretty good records in the land trust folder on the planning, drive.
Okay.
So, we've got good records for the last couple of years. At least, so.
I mean, one of the things that worries me about the digital stuff, and obviously it's the right thing to do environmentally. But if we needed something, and I mean, we can't get into Josh's computer. So how do we access those records if you're not available?
Shared drive.
You know?
Yeah, I mean, It is all on the planning drive, so if I'm not here, any of the other people in the office have access to it.
Okay. So that's.
You can
and that
also
puts the onus
provide
on you,
access
though,
to just the folder
Right.
to active land trust members and then remove their access when they cycle off kind of thing.
IT would have to do that.
I don't think they would probably allow that.
No?
Because we're not staff.
We are appointed by the town, so we have some legitimacy. Even
Okay,
if we
well,
probably have to
what's that?
sign, sign the same things or confidentiality or whatever.
Okay, no, I think it's a great thing that we need to talk
Yep.
about more and finalize or figure out what we're gonna do. And maybe we can have this special session talk about both onboarding materials, at least first to come up with a list of what we need in there. And then each person can take responsibility for one of the items. And then the second part of that, special session could be a discussion of record keeping long term. I think we just have to do that in a special session so we can stay focused on it.
Right.
Okay, moving on, 5.10, letter for potential acquisition of property, you said you were working on that?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. So that's in the works. 5.11, draft monitoring template. I'd gotten one of these, it's in your package here. This I got from the Rhode Island Land Trust website, just printed it out. This would be for us to use, go out to each one of our properties once a year and answer these questions about it, what's going on out there, etc. And this could be a good thing to add to our record keeping, right?
Right.
So that people would know what's going on each of the properties. I would ask, I guess, that this would be homework for us to go over this, add, subtract things that.
Do we
think are
have any
appropriate.
actively farmed properties right now?
Not to my knowledge, off the top of my head,
Okay.
I don't believe so.
So there may be, we may want to edit this section, because a lot of this is on farm use and stuff.
Absolutely, yeah,
So
so
we
that
could
would
say,
be
if
something.
this is an
yeah,
active
cross that out,
farm,
it
answer
doesn't-
these questions,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
right.
but otherwise,
Yeah.
kind of thing, yeah.
Absolutely.
I know that when I was on the land trust briefly when it was first started. And they were in the process of acquiring development rights for a property that has been farmed. And I don't know what happened with that. So it's on 117. It's a very spacious area. It's a very picturesque farm kind of set up on a hill. There's I don't know what the number is, there used to be like a little
Oh, the stand there?
the
Yes, the
stand.
burn program, that's the state we were just looking at that up at Audubon. Where the
Okay,
little cemetery is on there. That farm, that property that was farmed for corn mostly was subcontracted out to a farmer by the owner of the property.
okay. So did the land trust buy the development rights to that property?
No, we don't have the Matson, that's the Howard Matson property. We don't have anything on that.
Okay, because
We have behind it.
I thought, and I don't know, I thought at that point that we had.
We were
that they
going
were
to,
going to-
we were going to, but then they sold it because then they were gonna do a horse farm on it and then they decided not to, they couldn't get the zoning, so it reverted back to sale.
Okay.
Okay. I had a point and then I lost it. Oh, I know, Mr. Pettigrew just mentioned that he had mowed and baled.
Mhm.
So that's considered active farming, right?
Yeah.
So,
But that's not gonna be,
no, but that might,
property,
so we
right.
want to keep
wanna-
the farm
yeah.
questions on here,
Yeah,
but maybe there'll be
yeah.
a section that you skip if it's
Right,
their farm.
right, yeah. Yeah, so any ideas you have like that, this is just for us to figure out our own monitoring form. Similar to what we did with scoring sheet, you
Right.
know, we just come back with ideas and we pick away at it until we have something that we're happy with.
I just wanna. What I'm feeling when you're saying we have to go out to each of our properties once a year. We don't have any staff. And we're asking an awful lot from our volunteers already. And I just wanna I sort of feel like asking people to monitor properties once a year feels kind of overwhelming.
I know,
Is this any mandated in our
No.
ordinance or anything?
no, it's just an idea
Mm-hmm.
for us to. It doesn't even have, I mean,
Could be every 3 years.
it could be every 3 years, it could be, or it could be, hey, you know, I'm going out to Whipple today, let me take the form with me and jot down what I noted.
Right.
You know, or we're going out, we're doing the land trust days at Stella Hall, let's do the form. You know, so it doesn't have to be. I mean, clearly, we can't even keep up with the maintenance on the trails, much less extra stuff. So I guess I would see having this as more of a long-term type goal or sort of ongoing thing. We have it available to us, and if we can do it, we can do it. Yeah, no, I agree with you. It's another thing that we just don't have staff to do. Absolutely. So at least we can say we try.
Right.
Yeah. And then, you know, and maybe if we build up our volunteer group, as we get more notoriety through town and we can have more volunteers, members, we can say, hey, would you be willing to go out and fill out this form for us?
Mhm.
So it could be a volunteer assigned thing. Okay. So yeah, take a look at it and pick away. Okay, so now we've gotten through new ongoing business. Move on to 6.1, the old business. I don't think we need to talk about 6.1, Pettigrew property.
Yeah, we've kind of already covered that one.
We already covered that one. So I guess, Josh, what happens now? We made the motions. Do we have the packet together that we need to give to the town?
The packet is in process. I know you just made that map.
Yep.
I know we have the draft that is right here.
Okay.
That is the draft language to add to the map that you made. I think Jenna said she was gonna write up some biological
Okay. Notes.
notes.
Mhm.
And then I have the director schedule a time when he can present us to the town council.
Mhm.
We have done our part.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay. So we leave it in your hands.
sure.
Okay. Let us know if you need anything else.
Usually, someone from the land trust goes to the town committee when they're voting on that, or there, in case there are any questions. So last time Glenn and I think Glenn and. I don't know, no, it was before that when we bought, Bowden, I think Glenn and Dennis went, and maybe Jack, yeah.
Do they usually ask questions?
Sometimes they do, sometimes if the council isn't informed, they'll like, this is a lot of money, and then you have to explain that it's not coming from the town's budget at all, that it's from the real estate conveyance tax, something like that, and what is development right, how many properties you can develop, no development property, so sometimes it's just giving them information so they can make an informed decision.
So we'll rely on you, Josh, to let us know about how that's progressing with any date that gets assigned and somebody will be there. Okay, Hayes property,
The road is still under construction. I
it's
can't
not
imagine
something,
anything's
yeah.
gonna happen with
yeah,
that.
so that's gonna be tabled. Keep it on the agenda, but, nothing to discuss. 6.3 is the Andrea property. Josh, you brought this to our attention as a possible donation of land.
Yes,
I made a map of it just so you guys could see it.
the,
on paper.
second to last page in your packets. It is in red, it is, labeled.
Bilk Rosemary.
Bilk Rosemary et al. Yes. I had a gentleman who, reached out to me. With the idea of donating, the land there in red. It is at the end of Nelson Capwell Road. It does not currently have any access. It is, I can,
All forested. There's no
Yep.
water on it.
yeah,
no
this is,
wetland. It didn't seem as though it was a property we would obviously consider to buy.
Purchase, right?
Yeah.
He's going to give it to us.
We'll
yeah,
take
so
it.
it is located here.
Mhm.
This is, Cars Trail, this is 117.
And the property immediately to the west is owned by the town.
So
already.
our GIS says it's owned by the Suburban Land Company.
Where did I get the town of Coventry?
I know this one is owned, by the town.
Which is the little one or that big weird shaped one?
This little one right here.
Why?
I'm not sure.
Who owns that big piece?
This one
Yeah.
is owned, there is, a house down here somewhere.
Todd. Mr. and Mrs. George Todd.
I thought there was a house on this property,
It's weird because
but
because I got that other little, the one directly to the west of the
5.
one in consideration.
Yeah.
yeah,
My parcel database from Cody is what I used, and it said it was owned by the town. So I don't know how up to date that is,
yeah.
but regardless,
Yeah, so this is the
we-
property here.
So what's the deal with him donating it? Does he just deed it to the
Next.
town?
Tax deduction.
Yeah, pretty much. I don't know if the land trust still wants to go through with the scoring, if they still want to, go through all their usual,
I think we have
things,
to at
or,
very least make sure that it hasn't been used to dump stuff. Like that we're not taking on a potential
Brownfield.
liability.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, it would have to be, surveyed. They would have to do some, title research, things like that, all of these standard things, that you would have to do.
But none of the surrounding properties are protected. We're really just talking about an acre in the middle of space.
Yes,
And no one wants to buy it just to increase their footprint?
yeah,
So,
I
for
don't-
me, it's the,
I don't think we would bother scoring it because it's not gonna score within anything that we'd be interested in.
Can't he just
Yeah.
donate it to the town?
It's too small. It doesn't have any
But it sounds
wetlands
like
on
we
it.
still have to spend some money getting it surveyed.
so,
Checking it.
it is my understanding that he would be,
Okay.
doing that.
And then he'd pay for an assessment because he'd need to know what he'd be able to ask for a tax.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes,
Maybe, yeah, so he would get the assessment done to find out how much he could take off his taxes.
Yeah.
And he
Yeah.
would get it surveyed. Yeah, I don't,
I mean, and on the other hand, it's free land, that the
Right.
land trust will get.
So,
Well, I mean,
So-
we should look into the, like that 13-acre piece, and like, we can always reach out to those property owners too, as far as the development rights thing, and see if we can turn this into a bigger.
Mm. I mean, the town owns this. I've absolutely no idea how or why, but they do.
there's hundreds of those little things that are owned by the town all
Is that right?
over.
Yeah.
There's one off my street, and there's one right on Hopkins Hill Road that has a park bench on it that's owned by the town, and nobody uses it for anything. It's just a park bench. Nobody sits
Hmm.
there. It's facing the road, a very busy road.
Hmm.
It's just ridiculous.
Yeah,
But
so-
nevertheless, Josh, what is your thoughts on whether or not that paper road Capwell would ever be got
Ever?
through?
I'm not gonna say it won't ever.
What's this thing down here?
This,
Yeah.
this is,
Would be over.
yeah, this is a, solar field owned by, Cars Trail Realty,
Nice.
whoever that may be. And,
They'll probably put more solar panels on that.
yeah. But, so right now, the roadway, there are a few houses on it, but the roadway stops approximately here.
Mhm.
So all of this is,
Just
unimproved, I believe is the term.
on paper, it's just not built.
Yes. Yeah,
So they could essentially say someday that they might wanna put a bunch of subdivide that up into different parcels and put the road through.
yeah, I mean, it's,
It's always a risk.
yeah,
So if we grab that one piece, could potentially be the only spot there
Yeah.
someday.
It's,
But
I
if
mean,
it's a
it's not-
donation, and again, it's not something that we would care about
no,
if it,
and
but if he wants to donate it, and if the town wants to put it in our name, I agree that we would need to go out there and check to make sure that there's nothing.
Where
hazardous
does
on it.
West Greenwich start?
West Greenwich is a good, deal away.
Okay.
That's because, 117 is here. This is the, Greenway. So.
Oh,
West
okay, all
Greenwich.
right, I don't know
down.
why I was thinking. We were talking about a different area, okay.
I mean,
I wouldn't, we wouldn't pursue it. If they pursue it, that's fine, but they'd have to, it's not something we're gonna pay.
pay attention to, yeah, but if he wants to donate it to us, or
Mhm.
to the town, and then the town wants to give it to us.
Yeah, and I think we should include
Just-
those
yeah.
abutting properties in our letters and just see if anybody else wants to help turn this into something more substantial.
Nothing to lose. Nothing to lose.
Yeah.
Okay, so sure, Josh, tell him, have at it. If he wants to donate,
Yeah,
we're open to it. Okay. Ongoing, we're on item 7 now. Ongoing property management, boundary markers and signs. I haven't done anything with this month. We have the new markers and signs from Larry. Did we mention already that I sent a sympathy card to
Yeah.
him?
Well, you're going to,
Okay. I sent a sympathy card on behalf of the land trust to Larry for the loss of his wife,
thank you.
so you guys know.
How's he doing?
I haven't spoken with him.
Yeah.
I haven't spoken with him. So I assume he's busy packing up his house and stuff. But we do have the signs and markers and markers, and my suggestion is that we table this until we can actually set some dates in the fall for when the weather's better to get out there and do some more work with
Yep.
Signs. Anybody else have any thoughts on that? And general trail system scheduling maintenance improvements. I have it on my calendar to contact Scott from Parks and Rec. September 1 to discuss the date for getting out to Bowden with the big
All right.
truck that he has to get the trash out of the corner there where that woman almost died. So I will call him about that September 1. Is there any other trail system items?
Would he consider building us the boardwalks we need? for
Yes,
that, Both
yes.
for Bowden?
Yes, you would. We talked about that when we met, to go down to see the trash pile, and he's very much in favor of having his guys have that as a project for the
Okay.
winter. When all the
Alright.
school stuff is over and the Parks and Rec activities have quieted down. So we can talk about
And
that.
Stella Hollow was evident of ATV traffic on the beach area. And there were lots of exposed or turtle nests, so a lot of shells. It's hard to tell if they had broken through safely or if they were run over.
What part of the trail?
By the beach.
Where the beaver dam is?
No, beyond that, when you go to the very end and it goes
Oh,
looks
yeah.
over the,
Oh,
it's
okay.
all beach, it's all sand.
Okay.
So there's a lot of disturbances there, excuse me, with ATV tire tracks, things like that, but that's where all the turtles nest too.
Yeah.
So, like again, the eggs were shriveled up, exposed, so we're hoping that
I'm hoping they got out.
made it out, but yeah. So
Do you know, or do you remember if the chain was across the?
chain was across, yeah.
Across,
But I
or
think
just
there's an
going-
entrance you can get through to the beach area. I'm not sure if it's through one of the properties that abut there or not, but the chain was there.
There was a lot of trash there too,
Yep.
at the entrance,
At
but
the
I,
entrance. I think they
I
just throw it out the
cleaned that up.
windows of cars.
Yeah.
It was ridiculous.
Okay.
but
Well, I suppose we, next month. So October. Yeah, so next month we should schedule a day for us to get out there and clean up for land trust days.
Yep.
Do a bit of a reconnaissance. Clean it up so at least looks somewhat presentable.
was there any trash left after I cleaned up that night, or did you notice?
No, it looked good.
Okay.
I forgot to mention under signs that, I was out at Bowden and Sullivan with the wildlife camera and whatnot, and I did a little bit of walking at the front, and the signs that we did put up for no ATVs were still there,
Wow,
amazingly enough.
that's
Yeah,
a miracle.
so we have a zillion of them, so we'll put them up at Stella Hall.
Good.
At least we can say that people should know, because the signs are there. Okay, prescribed burns.
Sorry, I
Oh.
completely forgot this thing I meant to mention, might be irrelevant now, but, I just wanted to note that a while ago when I went into Whipple to get, that footage, I don't remember if I mentioned this at the July meeting, that there was, an unhoused individual
Oh, yeah.
in the Whipple conservation area with a tent.
Yeah, I think I remember you mentioning that at some point, and I had a similar occurrence. That's gonna keep happening.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
don't know if
Yeah,
I person
no.
do something about that. I don't really necessarily want to. I didn't interact, like I didn't see a person, I just saw a tent, so I
Mhm,
don't, I
mhm.
don't have any
Yeah.
specific concerns but that's just, I just forgot if I brought that
No,
up or not.
thank you. It's probably gonna only get worse. But I think the police are aware particularly of the Whipple property.
Yeah.
Cause it's so well used by people and it's right off the bike trail there, so they're more likely to respond to calls about that than they are about the ATV situation. Okay, prescribed burns, that's a Jenna item. I don't have any information about it. So unless there's anybody else who wants to talk about it. Move on to 7.4. I have nothing to present on GIS mapping. I worked on the stuff for the council packet and this Andrea property, so that's about all I could really say is GIS mapping. And I've made a note for Elsa. I need to make a special map for the flyers. The wildlife camera, I sent these out anyway, but I just printed them out so that you guys would have for the record. What was it, Sullivan? Pretty decent shot of a pileated
That was
woodpecker
great.
coming
Yeah,
in
yeah,
land,
that's great.
which I thought was pretty amazing. And this buck was what, 6 points? Point buck. Hung out there for a while. That's all I got, but I think it's a really nice spot, so I'm going to put it at, you go from the Ledge Hill Road? Yeah, Ledge Hill Road entrance to Sullivan, you walk up, go through the trail, and it comes up to a nice hill. And then you can pull, put the camera pointing sort of down the hill to this little meadow area. So I was hoping to see a lot more. The camera was out there for a solid 7 days. So that was all I got.
It's been hot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hunkered down. So that's the wildlife camera. Any questions about it?
It hasn't been touched again.
It has not been touched again. Yeah,
Good.
thankfully. I think that sign that Larry made was probably helpful. I hang it right off the lock.
Yeah.
So this wildlife camera, Coventry Land Trust, please do not touch. So either that or we've just been lucky.
Yep.
Yeah, it hasn't been touched. Issues of interest for September 16th agenda. Josh, I've got the special session to set up for onboarding materials and
Record keeping.
So we'll want to create a date for that special session. I don't want to do it now because I want Jenna to be here to have input on when she can attend. Does anybody else have any other issues of interest to discuss in September that they want to get on that agenda? Anybody else, public comments?
I don't think anyone's left.
Yeah, I think everyone has moved on.
Moved on from there. Okay, may I have a motion then to adjourn?
I make a motion to adjourn.
That's Linda and Rory
Second.
seconds. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, we've adjourned at 8:51 PM.
I think this is.
Sorry if we don't see you again.
She's looking back. We're not gonna let her go.
Well,
These.
you're gonna have to come back at least for a goodbye
Should be everything.
session.
Well, if you